Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now, the lesson I prepared was the Lord's payback. And what these Christians don't understand is that the Lord, He gonna issue payback for those who hate Him. See, because they look at the world as, or they look at the Most High as He gonna forgive everything. Just because He sacrificed His Son for the sins of His nation, they let Pastor Porkchop convince them that He gonna forgive them for their wickedness, and He gonna forgive them for hating Him. It's a major situation. But let me get the precepts, because whatever they thinking is not gonna be on point. I'm gonna start with Proverbs 28:5. It say, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. See, evil men, they don't understand the punishment that's coming to them. They don't understand the recompense that's coming to them. They listening to Pastor Porkchop telling them that the Lord died for their sins, died for them to be wicked. See, and let me get that in one of the first books that was written in the New Testament. One of the first books that was written in the New Testament, Apostle Paul, when he had got into this pretty much situation, I think it was either with Peter. Yeah, he was talking to Peter. Might be 2 Thessalonians. Nope. The Apostle Paul was talking to Peter, and he was pretty much telling him about the Gentiles. Let me try Ephesians. He was telling him about the Gentiles. I think it's Galatians. Galatians, one of the first books that was written. Okay, Galatians. Let's see here. Galatians. Galatians 17. He say, no, you know what? Let me start at 16. Galatians 2:16. He say, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by faith of Yahushua Mashiach, even we have believed in Yahushua Mashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Mashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. 17. But if while we seek to be justified by Yahushua, we ourselves also are found sinners, is therefore Yahushua the minister of sin? God forbid. 18. For if I build again the thing which I destroy, I make myself a transgressor. Verse 19. For I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto Yahweh. Verse 20. I am crucified with Yahweh, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Yahweh liveth in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Verse 21. I do not frustrate the grace of God, for if righteousness came by the law, then Yahweh is dead in vain. So now he pretty much telling him, if he, let me go back to 17. He said, is therefore Yahweh the minister of sin? See what he trying to tell Peter, because he said, I said unto Peter. So what he trying to tell Peter is, it's not about the law. It's about the grace and the election. Let me get that in Romans. But this is what these Pastor Pork Chops is telling these people. Romans chapter 9. He say 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So this ain't got nothing to do with works. It's not about the law. It's about the election that God chose. He chose the children of Israel, all 12 tribes, to be able to have salvation. And the salvation is going to be based on Yahweh, and Yahweh require you to rehearse the righteous acts and follow all the commandments. Live a righteous life. He don't allow you to just be a wicked person and say you gonna believe in your mind that he exists. Believing he exists is not the whole situation. You got to believe this word, because you just can't be in your mind saying he exists, he exists. You got to be following these words. That's a part of the law, to have something called the law of faith. And so let me go back to Proverbs, because that's what these people not understanding. They thinking they good because Pastor Porkchop told them all they got to do is believe. Proverbs 28 and 9. He said, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. So your prayer is an abomination if you don't want to hear the law. And the law is not just the 10 commandments, and it's not just the 613 commandment. It's the whole law, all the words that's coming out of this book. Let me get that in Matthew. He said a man will live by his faith. This is how he gonna live, by his faith. Matthew 4 and 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that cometh out of the mouth of Yahweh. So every word that is written, that's how a man is going to live, and that's how he's going to gain salvation, because he's going to be into this word. Let me get that in Psalm. Now I'm gonna give the solution first, and then we're gonna give the punishment, because let them see that this is the correct way to understand Yahweh. Psalms chapter 1, verse 2, it say, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do he meditate day and night. See, he not just gonna be meditating on them 613 laws or commandments. He gonna be meditating on every word that come out of the Lord's mouth. You see, let me get that in Romans chapter 15, verse 4, he say, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. See, the things that are written, every word that is written is going to be for our learning. Every word is going to help us to be patient, and it's going to comfort us, and it's going to give us hope. See, we're not just reading the words just to know them. It's going to do something for us when we read the words. See? And that's how what these individuals don't understand. And then they want to come out their mouth when you tell them, give them the word, they say, oh, and they conflict with the white man's doctrine, with Esau's doctrine. They want to say, oh, who wrote that? They done changed that thing 1,000 times. What translation is that? Then they go into all these conspiracy theories about the Bible, because it don't match up to what their grandma taught them that the white man taught her. And so them thinking that way, this is what's going to be their this is what the situation going to end up being. Let me go back to Proverbs, because I don't want to touch that too much. Proverbs 13:13. Whoso despises the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be rewarded. See, our people despise the word. They want to hear something outside of the word. What? Put the Bible down and tell me out of your own words. See, they despise the word, and that lets you know that they have a hatred for the Most High, and they don't understand what the Most High is going to do to them. They thinking that he going to be all forgiveness. Let's let him talk to him. Hosea 4:6. It say, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children. See, this children situation shows you that the Most High is not in no forgiving the wicked. See, he's not into that. He is not forgiving wickedness. Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. It say, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. See, the Most High coming for your children. He not gonna always let me get that in Ecclesiastes. They don't know how he operates. Ecclesiastes 8, chapter 8, verse 11. Because the sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil. See, they just because they don't get punished as soon as they do some wickedness, they feel that the Most High don't exist and they done got away with it. But let's go back to Exodus one more time and show you how he operates. Exodus 20 and 5. I'm gonna start at in the middle. Visiting the iniquity, meaning the sins of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. See, he coming for your kids. See, like when you do something to one of these Negroes in the hood, they might come and shoot up your whole house. They not gonna just so-called turn the other cheek like Yahushua told them to do. They not gonna say they gonna leave it up to the Lord. They gonna come and shoot up your whole house. The mafia and these Edomites, when they have an enemy, they might kidnap the enemy's child and hold him for ransom, or kidnap the kid, chop him up in pieces, and send him back to him in a box. See, people don't understand the anger of the Lord and how he gonna deal with those who hate him. Now let me get Deuteronomy chapter 7. Let's let them say it. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 10. It say, let me start at 9. Know therefore that the Lord thy God is a God. He is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. Verse 10. And repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hate him. He will repay him to his face. See, the Lord ain't playing. He gonna repay you to your face. He not just gonna look the other way and act like you ain't did nothing. Now, what I got, let me get that Romans, because this is what Negroes ain't even gonna do this themselves, but they think God is on that, he passive, and he just gonna turn the other cheek on everything. Romans chapter 12. Let's see here. 12 and 19. It say, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. See, this is the Lord's operation, and he gonna repay. He telling his servants to turn the other cheek, not recompense evil for evil, and to live peaceably with all men. He telling them to do that. But see, he don't work on those guidelines. He bringing vengeance. See, let me give it an example. What he gonna do to the so-called white man for the wickedness that he doing? You think he gonna turn the other cheek? he gonna look past it. He not gonna repay the so-called white man. That's what they thinking. Now this is what he say. I'm gonna start at verse 20 in Isaiah 14. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou have destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Saying his children, you're not gonna be renowned. 21, he say, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. See, he coming to repay. He coming to get payback on your children. Because see, that's what's so precious to people's heart. And they hold that to their heart dearly. Just like he said, he coming for his children. Anybody touch his children, he get upset. It's like touching him in the eye, because his children is the apple of his eye. So he know how to do payback. See, he know how to get payback, because that's what he did to the nation of Israel. Let me get that. If the nation of Israel experienced the wrath and the vengeance of the Most High, what do these other nations think they gonna just get away with? And these wicked Negroes think that he ain't gonna punish them for being wicked. No, this is Lamentation. Lamentation chapter 5. Lamentation chapter 5. Let's see. Verse 7, it say, our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have bore their iniquity. Verse 8, servants have ruled over us. There is none that do deliver us out of their hand. See, he put us in slavery because our forefathers sinned. We didn't do the sin, but our forefathers did it. See, he will come for your children because he know how to punish you. Then he put you in captivity under a wicked, unmerciful nation. That's another punishment. Let me get that in Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28:49, he said, the Lord shall bring a nation against you from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. See, he know how to punish your children. Let me get 41. Deuteronomy 28:41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. See, the Lord is not going to play. He's going to give payback to those who hate him. And that's what these Negroes don't understand. He's not nothing to play with. And he's not playing with his commandments and the things that he tell us to do. Let me get Proverbs real quick. And if he don't say, he don't send the so-called white man to punish you. Say he don't send the so-called white man to punish you. this is what he gonna do. Proverbs chapter 17 and 11. He say, an evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. Let's read that again. And Proverbs 17 and 11. An evil man seeketh only rebellion. Therefore a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. See, that's pretty much how the Most High operate. He gonna send this nation against you and your whole nation if y'all being wicked. And then individually, he's sending a cruel messenger. Who would that cruel messenger be? See, that cruel messenger is going to be an evil angel. Let me see if I can get that in Psalm, just to back up and get some clarity on that. Psalms 78:49. He said he cast upon them, this talking about the nation of Israel, our peoples, 78:49, Psalms. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble, by sending evil angels among them. By sending evil angels among them. See, he gonna send his angels. That's what a messenger is. That's what angel mean, messenger. So, that's what our people do not understand. You're not gonna get away. Now, mainly this is talking to the 2/3, because the elect, they gonna end up repenting and changing their ways. But the 2/3, they think they gonna get away with it. Let me get Deuteronomy 32. They don't understand the Lord and they don't see what's going on. They think the killing is going on by humans, and they don't understand what's really going on. Where is this punishment, or why is this killing going on? Let's get that. Deuteronomy 32 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. Verse 41. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold of judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies and reward them that hate me. See, this is how the Most High operate. This is how he gets down. Okay. Now what I put? 1 and 3. Deuteronomy 32:43. Rejoice, O ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and will be merciful unto his land and to his people. See, not only is he gonna repay the wicked nation that got his people. That's an example for those who want to rebel. That's gonna be an example. But let me jump up to 35. He said, to me belong vengeance and recompense. See, he doing all the killing and he doing all the payback. But he just said he gonna revenge his servants. He gonna give vengeance to those who mess with his servants. Let me get that in let me get Ezekiel and show how he gonna revenge his servant. Same way he gonna revenge himself. Ezekiel 25:14. It say, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom. Edom is the so-called white man. See, that's the nation of Edom. Edom means red, and these so-called white people who named themselves white people in 1681, they are red. They're not white. You never seen a white person in your life. But it goes on and say, I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to my anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, says the Lord Yahweh. See, that's how he gets down. And he gonna bring vengeance upon their children. It's not just gonna be, it's not on them. They done died. Most of the ones that took us in captivity, they died. Nobody can get vengeance on them, but their children gotta pay. See, it's gonna be a payment and a payback. Now let's see here what I got. Let me get that Psalms, then I'll go into that Sirach. All these nations that touch his children, they gonna have to pay. Psalm 149, let's see here. King David was pretty much wrote down what was gonna happen at the end of the day to these other nations. I'm gonna start at Psalm 149 and 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Verse 6. Let the high praises of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. What it say? Verse 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Verse 9. To execute upon them the judgment written. See, this is how the Most High get down. He gonna come for your children, and he gonna get vengeance. You're not gonna get away with anything under the sun. And that's what all the killing and the murdering going on. That's the Most High killing. That's the Most High giving vengeance to these people. Now let me go in this Sirach in the Apocrypha. Let's see how he get down. Sirach 39, or Ecclesiasticus 39, starting at 28. This go along with that Proverbs 17 and 11, that cruel messenger. He said, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force. They appease the wrath of him that made them. 29. Fire, hail, and famine, and death, all these was created for vengeance. 30. Teeth of wild beasts, scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Okay, jump over to chapter 40, verse 9. It says, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. Verse 10. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. See, the Most High is creating these situations, calamity. Let me get that in Amos. He's creating these calamities that's coming upon these people. All this death that we seeing going on. That's the Most High getting vengeance on wicked individuals. He's getting vengeance. That's not it's no accidents that's going on. There's no accidental tragedies of Mother Nature. It's the Most High. Amos 3:6. He says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? See, he asking a sarcastic question. Is it going to be some evil going on, and the Lord ain't